Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube Wars. This is Axis and Allies, the Garrison. This is Detroit coming to you from the bunker here in Rochelle Park, New Jersey, with another episode of the YouTube Wars. Guys, it is the end, finally, the end of round 5. Okay, it is episode 5.7. G.I. Joe gets to make his moves with his Anzac forces. Anzac stands for Australian and New Zealand. Okay, so he'll go ahead and make his movements and one single attack this turn. Okay, I have to say, very interesting moves. Okay, Anzac is always a thorn on Japan's side, so I got to give credit to G.I. Joe for making his moves, and he's definitely, without a doubt, making it very interesting for YouTube. The Japanese. It is episode 5.7. It is the end of round 5. It is Anzac's turn, and Anzac is under the command of our good friend G.I. Joe, okay, so who will be making his combat movements, okay, but he only has one combat movement to make. But before we go ahead and show you what those movements are, or what that movement will be, we'll go ahead first with his purchases. Anzac has 14 IPCs. For this round, he'll be purchasing 1 naval transport, 1 infantry, and 1 artillery divisions. Those are his purchases, totaling 14 IPCs. All right, so G.I. Joe will be declaring one battle in C-Zone 41, where he will be attacking the lone Japanese destroyer, okay, in that C-Zone. He'll be doing so by attacking it with 1 submarine and 1 destroyer coming from C-Zone 54 off the coast of Queensland. Okay, this Anzac fleet will move at a movement of 1, 2, and 3. So that's the one attack that the Anzacs will be performing. This attack was successful. The Japanese, on their return fire, did not inflict any damage on the Anzac fleet. All right, and that's it for the battles. Let's go ahead then with the non-combat movements for the Anzac forces. All right, there are currently 2 fighter squadrons, Anzac squadrons, in the Caroline Islands. Both of these squadrons at a movement of 1, 2, 3. No, correction. Let me do that again. It'll be 1, 2, 3, correct, 4, and 5. Both of these aircraft will be landing in J-Hole. And I'm sorry if those movements did not totally come up on the camera there, but let me do it for you again. It's movement of 1, okay, 2, 3, 4. No, it doesn't work. 4, okay, and 5, J-Hole. Okay, so that's the first non-combat movement. The second non-combat movement will be, okay, the Anzac fleet in C-Zone 33 will move west at a movement of 3. 1, 2, and 3. It will link up with the American fleet in C-Zone 42. The submarine in C-Zone 54 off the coast of Queensland will move at a movement of 3 itself. 1, actually a movement of 2. 1 and 2, and will link up with the fleet, with the remainder of the fleet. Okay, there are 2 naval transports, C-Zone 62. Okay, both of these vessels will pick up 2 artillery and 2 infantry. Okay, the first will be picked up from New South Wales. On their trip there to their final objective, they'll pick up an additional infantry and artillery at a movement of 1 from Queensland. 1, 2, and 3. And as G.I. Joe stated, these guys are all here having a little R&R, rest and recovery, I guess. Enjoying the beautiful South Pacific weather. Okay. All right. So currently then you have 3 infantry and 2 artillery in the island of Java. Very interesting. I like this. Very interesting move. All right. So the Anzacs will be collecting the same amount of income, which is 14 IPCs. But I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting to place their newly purchased units. okay, which they will place the naval transport in Sea Zone 54. The infantry and artillery divisions will be placed in Queensland. All right, so now let's go ahead with the income tracker. Australia and New Zealand did not acquire any new territories, which means then that the Anzacs are once again limited to 14 IPCs that they will be carrying over into round 6. Okay. Okay, so let's make it official. Let's not make it official yet. We have 1 French infantry. Okay, this move is being made on the behest of VK Cowboy, who is the commander-in-chief of the French forces. What's left of them anyways. This unit is now in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. Just a little notation, I had already placed this unit here during the last turn. I don't know where I went wrong, but in any case, the French infantry is now in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. I had assumed that it had been there all along. So it's actually officially now, the move is being made now. So let's go ahead then. It is the end of round 5. It is officially, yes, officially the beginning of round 6. Let's move our round marker, round marker up to round 6. We have a little German infantry there stating as such. Okay, so it is the end of round 5. It is now the beginning of round 6. It is now Dutch Lancaster's turn to make his moves with his German forces in Europe and Atlantic and Mediterranean as well. All right, guys, as I like to say, don't forget to bunker down and play.